would like for you all to let me know when you can read the text on the screen.
Let me get my glasses on.
You can zoom in. Hold Alt and scroll wheel to zoom in.
I'm just fucking with you. I've got one good eye.
And hold your commentary until the end. About 5 minutes.
I need page 1. I didn't know we were supposed to read.
All right. So, last time, you all escaped from Clink Clank Town after disabling countless Modrons. You fought your way back to the top side, and when you did, you noticed that most of the fires in the city of Vasily had gotten back under control. You rendezvoused with your Sandyaks and Camellia and Radovan. At this point, the adrenaline that Korgath took caught up with him, and he promptly fell asleep. While deciding your next move with Camellia and Radovan, you were interrupted by two of Korgath's old friends, Cleaver and Cutter. And they let you know that although the five of you were not on the radar as far as town's guards goes, Camellia and Radovan were, and that it'd be best for them to stay outside of any populated areas. Cutter also mentioned a name that she claims William is scared of, and that name is Samuel Kennedy. Radovan recognized this, said that this was somebody who had been giving demonstrations in terms of gaining rights and independence for the Fae, for moving past this freedman system that Bavol has going on. Radovan says that he was last seen in the city of Mordan, which is not a far ride from Vasily. And this information in hand, you all set up camp at a remote spot near some cliffs near Lake Mordan. The morning comes, although after everybody went to sleep, Ral, you went out and you noticed that the crystal in Nag's head was missing.
Dun dun dun.
I did.
Whether you woke anybody up or not, it's up to you.
No, my assumption is I know who's done this.
Okay.
For the time being, I'm going to remove from the base of my neck a device. I'm going to set it in my sleeping bag, and I'm going to wander off into the woods and find some breakfast for tomorrow morning before I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. It's a good haul of mushrooms, and you got a squirrel.
Fair enough.
Forest rat.
So, the morning comes. Korgath, you are now awake. You feel like shit, buddy.
It's been the story of this campaign so far. Korgath has a never-ending hangover. That's just me in the cave.
I don't know.
I look around. Is anybody else in the cave?
I give you a little wave.
Where are we?
In the cave.
A cave where?
I don't know.
Korgath, roll insight.
Oh, I'm super good at this. I don't even... Where's my character sheet?
Okay.
Yeah.
You look around. You don't recognize this spot from the interior of the cave.
Where's everybody else?
Yeah, outside, I guess.
You wouldn't let them come in here?
No, I just don't think they cared.
Oh, only you cared?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can I roll to see if she really cares?
Haphazardly toss some candy at him.
What's this?
This is food.
Doesn't look like food I've ever seen before.
It's good for you, I promise.
I'll just pick it up and put it in my pocket. Go get some meat. If you'd have tossed me some bacon, yeah, it would have been different.
I ate all my pocket bacon.
Oh. Was I sleeping on a rock? No wonder I got a crick in my back. Oh, nope, that's because I've still got a hole in my back. Yep, it's still there. That really happened.
Not to mention all that goop you were drinking.
I mean, it helped me get through Clink Clank Town. I'll walk outside.
You instantly recognize this place now that you walk outside. When you escaped from the pits with Nag for the first time, your destination was Terria. This is one of the places you and Nag stayed on your way to Terria.
Man, this is just a campaign all the feels. Is the campfire going?
It's embers from last night at this point. Let me shrink it down.
I'm gonna go get wood and get the campfire going again.
And blow it back up.
Then I'm just gonna take one of my javelins and get the tip in the fire so it can start heating up. Want to get it hot.
Camellia proactively approaches you, Gorgath. She has sort of a tentative look on her face. It's good you survived.
Is the javelin hot yet?
Yes.
I'm just gonna look at her. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna take the searing white tip and just burn over my hole in my front of my stomach to just seal it up, and just look at her. Let her get a little smell of some orc flesh. Not make a sound.
It goes like tss. Camellia watches. She doesn't recoil in horror or anything, and in fact the only expression on Camelia's face is one of regret.
I'll lay it back down in there and let it heat back up so I can do the backside. Not saying anything.
Look, I know you probably blame me and Radovan and even Jacko to some degree for this. And you're right. We should have known better. But we're all in danger, as long as everybody still thinks it's the Talons that did this attack.
Well, we're all not. Nag's not in danger anymore now, is he?
She just looks down at the ground.
Mm.
I'm sorry for Nag. And I apologize to you.
Ral pokes his head out of his tent. He is still in danger of thieves. And then recoils back into his tent.
Camellia gets a confused look on her face. What does that mean?
Ral angrily, with an angered expression, looks out, or doesn't even really look out of his tent, but points towards the cave.
Camellia goes up to Nag's corpse, notices the missing crystal, sighs.
It's almost like we were given a different place we could have taken these crystals.
It wasn't that simple. None of the continents in Astalan have accepted traders or even travelers from Speria ever since the Red War. There's a lot of bad blood there. We didn't have the resources or the way to get out east to talk with this mystic that Naomi knows. And if I could go back in time, I would. But That's not what happened. And this is the situation we're in now.
She's not making it easy.
She furrows her brow. Is she still in the cave?
Who?
Naomi.
I guess. Why?
I have a good idea of where this crystal went.
Okay.
Camellia enters the cave, looking for Naomi.
Not particularly hiding or anything.
She, looks down
Oh,
at
he
you.
looks-
Can you tell me more about this thing you know out east?
I mean, he's not a thing, he's a god.
What kind of god?
The old kind, older than dragons.
Can you
I
say-
don't care if you believe me or not, but it's not like we Fae or, have the same history as most humans. We actually come from something neat.
I've seen a lot of things. I'm willing to believe anything at this point.
What if I told you that an ancient Fae, a primal Fae, still lives?
Radovan, do you know anything about these ancient Fae? The, explorer shrugs his shoulders. I mean, just some vague references in old texts. Nothing as concrete as dragons.
It's funny that all of you would dick around that stupid college all day and never have studied something so obvious.
She
I mean, it's it's your birthright for half of the people here.
grimaces. And it was only 3 generations ago we were all at war with each other trying to survive. I'd say that in 100 years humanity has progressed a little bit.
No.
Could always progress
No,
more.
no. Back home, you people are still slaughtering my kind to wear our skin like hats. I don't know that that's necessarily progress. And from the things that just went down in this town, I really don't think you've made that much progress here either.
You could be forgiven for thinking that we're still barbarians on the inside. Camellia doesn't seem like she has a good response to that.
I think Naomi would know that there isn't a good response to that.
Well, would your god know what to do with these eggs?
I'm not privy to know at this particular point in time. I was told that I should at least give you all the benefit of the doubt, and that you would be needed in the future.
Why does he say that?
You know, I don't really ask.
Does that mean you'll help us here?
I didn't boil your brains while you slept and left in the middle of the night, so I guess so.
You can
That's
do
some
that?
Comfort.
And just give Korgath a face. The little Muppet face.
Stuff.
The crystal is missing from Nag's head.
You're a hostile little thing.
Only when I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over again. I mean, I don't want to point any fingers, but your friend is now a corpse on the side of the bank here because of someone else making a really dumb decision.
Yeah, I didn't want to come. Nobody listens to old, smart, dumb old Korgoth.
If
Can't do-
Naomi could sip a cup of tea right now, she would be doing.
Yeah, you can have tea. You boiled some tea. Camellia and Radovan, but this is the first time you've seen both of them looking pretty defeated. Camellia just kind of plainly says, without accusation in her voice, "The crystal's gone missing from Nag's head. Do you know where it is?
Yep.
Is it safe?"
Yep.
Okay.
Where is it?
In my pocket.
And that's safe.
Why do you think I slept in here with you?
Don't think I would have been of much help.
I would have just blown up anyone who came through the door, though, so it's fine.
Camellia and Radovan both shrug and look at each other.
Very hostile.
There's probably nowhere else safer for those crystals right now.
I'll stay with him.
Why can't I just have the crystals then?
You can have one if you want.
Okay, I'll take the green one.
Okay. Alright. Waddle over and give it to him.
Do they look like eggs? Do they look like icicles? What do they look like?
They're vaguely egg-shaped stones.
Like chicken egg?
Ostrich egg.
Oh, damn.
Now
Now, how in the hell did Nag have an ostrich
No,
egg
you
in
gotta
his
fit it-
forehead?
Yeah, sorry, you gotta fit it in your head, so yeah, kind of
Yeah.
chicken egg sized. But they're more elongated and oblong.
They're like goose eggs.
Yeah,
Damn.
goose eggs, there we go.
Brontosaurus eggs.
You haven't noticed, like, anything weird happening just from, like, touching them with your bare hand or, like, rolling them around in your pocket. They haven't really done anything. The only time you've seen them do something is when Haneke threw the green one on the ground, and whenever Nag had it in his hand, or head.
I mean, we could, like, cut a hole in one of y'all's heads, stick it in, and see what happens.
I would advise against that without proper medical training and a proper medical facility.
I'm pretty good at cutting holes in things.
Yes, but most of those people will end up like your friend here.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the two humans right now.
Especially those two.
I mean, worth a shot, though, right?
No.
Radovan clears his throat.
Oh, is that a volunteer?
No. Just a reminder that breakfast is getting cold. And he holds up a pot of stew that he's cooked. Feel free to throw anything in that you've collected.
Ral hands him the bag with the mushrooms and squirrel in it.
Ah, squirrel meat. You know, it's a delicacy further south. Not that many squirrels or trees. They think they're cute. And tasty.
Tree
They
rats.
were harder to find before, but I've gotten used to finding them.
He just kind of unceremoniously dumps the mushrooms in, along with the squirrel.
I'm not eating his stew. I'm going fishing. I'm gonna go try to catch me, spear me a couple fish to eat.
Camellia is looking mighty despondent as she eats. Samuel Kennedy. In Mordan, that's what Cutter said. I suppose we ought to pay him a visit once we're done here. Well, you all, she says, remembering their current state as wanted people.
Mm. mean, are we even Talons anymore?
Camellia kind of brushes some of the hair out of her eyes and shakes her head. Well, even if we do clear our name, the Talons as an organization will likely have to dissolve. Truth be told, a lot of you outgrew being Talons the moment you started looking into Cecil with me. Right now, the people on this shore are privy to world-shaping information. So, no, you're better than Talons, as it were.
So we're not wanted.
You five? No, that's what your friend said, at least.
Which ones?
One of them called themselves Cutter and the other Cleaver. They didn't hang around until you woke up. Said they were headed out east.
Where?
Something about a bar and Johnny.
I forgot what our bar name was.
The Indecisive Adventurer.
That would probably be why. I think I know where they might be headed.
She shrugs. She led them away from our trail last night, at least.
Why should I go help Talons?
That's a valid question. That's a valid question from all of you. She pauses and regards Korgath. Would you be content to just let William continue to do this? Murder his way across the country till he gets what he wants?
I mean, I don't know if I give a shit what he does in this godforsaken country. We got a boat. We can go north. We got lots of options.
I fear if we don't stop him, the result is going to be felt for all of us. We may escape the short-term consequences if we simply turn our backs, leave, start new lives, let all of this happen somewhere far away. But this could also be the start of a chain reaction, like I explained yesterday. Bevol declares war on Sintra. Lincia is obligated to back Sintra in times of war. Rodea is obligated to back Bevol in times of war. Who knows what the North would do? They'd likely ride down in your defense.
Probably whatever I tell them to if I'm up there.
At the end of the day, it's the whole continent in war again. It's a red war all over again. And all these 100 years of progress, even though it may not be readily apparent, gets erased.
And while we move and travel and wait and bide our time, they're making weapons. And engineering. Ral kind of looks dejectedly down at Nag and then at himself. Something more terrifying than most of you would even know.
That makes Camellia do a double take. Something else?
Something else. A weapon of sorts.
She, regards the corpse of Nag. Would you like to bury him?
Not yet.
Then I suppose we'll take him with us.
We're not leaving just yet.
Alright.
Gotta get my fish cooked up.
Whenever we're ready. If you are joining us, we need to head to Mordan.
We need to have a chat amongst ourselves without you two.
Very well. They nod and kind of go over here to join the two gnomes who are currently playing a game of checkers on the rock.
I'll go cook my... I hope I caught a fish by now. Or two.
Yeah, you got yourself some, what I say was in here, pike. It was pike.
Oh, those are good eating. You two get over here. The only two that aren't here yet.
As Rail starts to head over, he'll yank the central support of his tent to let it fall to the ground.
Alright, we need to vote
On what?
what we're gonna do. We gonna help? Or are we gonna leave?
Bleh.
I cannot leave. It would
But you just tore your tent down.
leave this spot? Yes.
Hmm.
Leave Bevol? No.
Are you scared of ships?
I can breathe water.
I didn't ask if you could breathe water, I asked if you were scared of ships.
No.
Then why can't you leave?
I have unfinished business, and things that must be stopped here.
So that's one to stay. Smiley. Okay, we'll come back to you. You're thinking about it. Naomi?
I mean, I guess all these people are gonna die if we don't do something about it.
Humans?
We're supposed to be better than them.
Why are we gonna fight in their war then?
Look, I honestly don't care.
Because we're the ones that set the fire.
Which fire? This
I
one?
didn't start the fire.
We didn't. But, in essence, our kind did.
It's always been burning.
With a better reason.
That's right. You know, Nag and I talked a lot about the Red War. Before the Red War, the Fae and humans had no interaction. It was the humans that came after the Fae. They invaded the Fae to try to capture them and use them in their wars. Fae were peaceful. If I remember what Nag said.
Well, don't you want to kill that guy for fucking up Nag?
Well, yeah, kinda, but I mean, why do we have to go to Mordan? Why can't we just go back and get him? We'll be like, hey, we want to join you, William. Let's go kill all the humans, and then when we earn his trust, we'll just stab him in the back.
Yar.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I haven't been wrong yet, but nobody's listened to me once.
Then you'll have to leave me out of that plan. I would rather die fighting than work underneath that man, even in false pretenses.
I'll go to Mordan if we kill one of the two humans.
Wait, in this camp?
Yeah,
Why?
because they wanted us to come here, and now Nag's dead.
I feel like that was just an unfortunate, collateral damage.
But if we hadn't come here, he would still be alive. Said we didn't have the
little
resources.
dabbling I did in the cosmic realm of magic and arcane, you can't be certain of that.
I'm certain if we had stayed at Woodpine, Nag would not have had a sword put through his chest. by an orc bigger than me.
Naomi just eats some candy.
That's
Now that I've
saying
seen her
that
eat
he
it, I'll
might
eat
not have come forward and raided Woodpine himself.
Hmm.
From the sounds of it, a lot of us were bound to get up in this war one way or another.
Apparently, the whole continent.
Except the north. How do y'all take to cold weather?
I am not a fan.
I don't know if Z would do very good up north either.
I don't like the cold. It reminds me of mountaintops.
I throw a little pebble at Z's head.
Gah! Mate?
Oh my goodness.
Maybe he's homesick. Maybe we should send him and Radovan and Camellia back home.
And not kill them?
Well, I mean, if they go with Z, they'll probably get killed on the way anyway.
Oof.
I'm not running away from this, Z says.
Imposter
Wait.
Z.
Wait till we tell your daddy. So we're gonna go all the way down to Mordown to talk to this Sam Kennedy feller, and then turn around and go all the way back up to Shithole. That's what you're telling me.
No, we're going to Mordan to get information.
From Sam Kennedy.
From Sam Kennedy, from the area.
Sounds
We don't
good to
know
me.
how many we're fighting. We don't know what exactly we're fighting. To march in there blindly is to invite more death, and our own deaths, not theirs.
A big green orc's what we're gonna be fighting. His name's William Kane. He kicked me off a fucking platform.
We know that much.
I don't have any beef with the
Who
rest
else
of them.
stands beneath him?
Well, there was that little elf dude that we followed. And then we can kill that guy named Shaggy that wouldn't let us in his house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Forgot about
him.
that guy.
Yeah,
If he didn't die in the fires anyway.
it looked like his place was pretty safe. Alright.
I
We'll
fold
help
my
him.
arms pretty grudgingly, and I just say that I've been told to follow Korgath regardless, so
What?
don't worry about it.
I mean, who told you? Like, are you spying on me?
No,
I mean, I am a god.
sure. I give you a little pat. You definitely are.
People up north think I am.
People up north are kind of stupid.
That's where I'm from.
I know.
Okay. Well, you can't ride on my shoulders today.
I mutter to myself, I'm gonna ride on your shoulders.
And are people from your side of the waters always that sticky-fingered?
I'm sorry, my side of the world, or just my people in general?
Your
Yeah,
side
yeah.
of the world? Other
No,
little
they're
foxy-
always very honorable and stoic and obnoxious and smelly and usually wearing poor footwear. heard that laugh.
Yeah, that's
mean,
so
what do
hard
you-
it went through my microphone mute.
What are you talking about? Like, then I'll pull out the ostrich goose egg that was stuck in Nag's head. Maybe it chose me after Nag died to be its protector.
No,
I
I
watched
don't wanna
her
burst
hand
your
it
bubble,
to
but
you at the cave
Yeah.
entrance.
it didn't. Let's not give you those delusions of grandeur.
We had a
It's-
moment.
It's mine, and I'm letting you borrow it right now.
No, it's not.
Okay, whatever you
I will-
need to think to feel good about yourself, that's fine.
I will eat it.
I
You
would
know,
advise against that.
Luckily for you, there's already a giant hole in you for me to go through to find it.
Actually, I seared that closed earlier this morning while you were still in the cave. On both sides.
Oh yeah?
It smelled like sirloin steak being cooked. It was really weird.
Well,
Wait,
hey,
that's my
Z,
wrong voice. Sorry.
welcome.
I just came from doing a very posh voice, and now I gotta talk like this. Yeah, it smelled like prime rib being cooked. It was really unsettling and kind of made me hungry.
Cooked on what, Z?
Then he seared his flesh back together.
Was it cooked on a Barbie?
Barbie? Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead, get it out. Get it out.
Oh.
Go ahead, get it out.
No.
Get it out.
Oh.
Go ahead,
Alright,
get
so
it
we're
out.
gonna help?
Get it out.
Oh.
Go-
I guess.
Yes.
Why not?
He says it was been here the whole time.
Been really quiet. Are you homesick? Do you need to go home?
I think I'll be completely honest. I think I ate a bad salmon last night, and I have not been feeling good.
Oh, really? A bad
This is
salmon?
why
What
you
made
make
you
sure
feel
your
bad?
salmon is thoroughly cooked before you try and eat it.
What? No, you eat it raw. Then it's got the best taste.
A bad salmon and you're not feeling good? Ooh, just
Yeah.
one bad little fishy, huh?
I.
Just a bad fish. We got some bad fish. Don't feel so good. Ooh.
I like how this is like. This is like the story, like, oh, you ate a bad fish, huh? Bad fish got you down, huh?
Yeah. Wow.
I got a hole in me.
Pretty much. Glad you're catching on where I'm going.
I'm picking
Well,
up what you're putting down.
We're gonna have to not bury funeral pyre Nag before we leave.
If you don't mind, I would like to keep him around. At least.
But-
If we can manage to preserve him, I can learn a lot from his head.
I just want the fangs.
Why don't you just cut his head off?
Easy.
Because I don't have anything to preserve it with yet.
Can't we just bury him?
Oh, but then the worms will eat him, and then you gotta get the worms out.
I could do a river burial. I've done a couple at sea.
What's a river burial?
It probably wouldn't work as well. He'd probably just sink a bit.
I just want his fangs. Top fangs.
Why?
I
I
can
just
help
want
you
him.
get those. As a memento, I imagine?
He always did talk about how he wanted his body preserved for science. Nerd. Yes, you can have him. I just want his fangs.
While we're in Mordan, I will attempt to acquire facilities with which to perform these operations.
They're fangs. You can't just like.
I could just tear them out, but I want to be sure that I have the rest of the specimen in order to study it.
You don't have like a little knife.
I would rather not. It can wait till Mordan.
Are you gonna carry him the whole way?
I can indeed carry him.
I mean, he carried him this whole way.
And for now, we have these sandyaks.
You have sandyaks. Yeah, sandyaks.
They are dutifully tied to their hitching posts, grazing.
How far away from Mordan? I'll say loud enough that other people can hear me.
There's sort of a collective sigh of relief from Camellia and Radovan's direction. Radovan pipes up, on our sandjacks, we can be there in an hour and a half.
That's really close.
Yes, Vasily, like I said, was split off to be a sister city to Mordan. The elite of the elite.
I mean, we can put you two in the bag of holding when we get there, and the guards won't know where you're at.
I think that
don't think
Camellia and
that'll
I will stay on the outskirts.
You sure?
Yes. He would only be a danger to you if we came with you into the city. We'll stay out here and see if we can keep up on the information.
Have you any contacts in Mordan?
We do.
Are they as good as your contacts you had in Vasily?
I know a guy. His name is
You
Snake.
know a guy?
Is it the same snake I know? Is it just
Is he
is it
serious?
the one that sells some good black tar heroin in the back of his truck?
This is the very same. This is the very
Okay.
same Snake.
Is he very serious?
He's
No.
a he's in Mordan, and he deals in a lot of things, information being one of them. I can have him come meet you. At the very least, he should know where Sam is, and he owes me a favor. If not for me, he'd be facing the gallows.
Could he put me in touch with facilities for me to study our late friend over there?
Oh, certainly. He loves hitting up morgues. Always says how valuable those
Wonderful.
chemicals are.
Could
I
he?
don't want to know.
Wait, no, I don't need anything. Never mind.
God, you guys are so weird.
Well, I guess
He-
we're going to more then.
Yay! Off to Mordan.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right.
More time outside! Yeah!
All right. So take a quick
What are you
look.
doing? Get off.
Agreed.
Z, get on your own Sanyak.
Fine! I like Princess Fluffy Bottom anyway. Come on, Princess.
So you guys set up camp around the edge of Lake Mordan, like right around here, where I set that red blob.
I like the circle I left on Woodbine in the sun.
Yeah, the map just kind of gets a little vandalized, and that's fine.
The sad face from when we went to Bavol.
Yeah, that's what Bavol has been. It's actually a really cool country. You guys have just seen the shit parts of it.
No, it's not.
Pretty sure it's a giant garbage can.
It's a trash panda.
They
A
control.
lot of us only know the shitty parts of Bull.
Yeah. Yeah. Nations are complex like that. But looking at a hour and a half ride along the coast to Mordan.
This looks familiar.
I feel
Yeah.
like I've been here before.
All these grassy trails tend to blur together, I guess.
Looks suspiciously like GM's reusing assets.
It does, doesn't it?
I thought it was fall.
It is fall, but like I said,
Is it?
summer is lasting longer than you would expect. Like we're getting up in September now,
It's a long
and
summer.
it's still like pretty fucking hot outside for September.
You
Should
see,
turn it-
Korgath, human industrialization into the Iron Age has really altered the amount of carbon chemicals left inside the atmosphere.
The
I
fuck
think
is
that
going
more
on?
has to do with the alchemy labs and all of the researchers undiligently playing around with chemicals that they know nothing about.
It's just a long summer. It'll be fine.
Boring.
Because saying that, Zia's like already pouring two liquids together. What'd you say? Explodes in his face.
Are we there
Where did
yet?
you even get them from?
You have a rather uneventful trip.
I hear this is just a long summer.
As the sun continues to rise, you wager it is about 11 o'clock in the morning when you come across the exterior of Mordan. Perhaps a bit less splendiferous than Vasily, but still very opulent. Tall stone structures indicate noble houses. There are very clear, gentrified areas that you can see as you come up. You do notice that, like most cities in Western Speria, there are no walls. Roll a history, Smiley.
Yar. It's coming. One sec.
A pretty city.
Oh, dang.
Nice. The
What's-
fact that there are no legitimate-looking defenses is because this was a pre-Red War city, and back then there weren't defined political lines. It was just sort of northwest and east, and the west sort of didn't really do standing armies and weren't really expecting to do any battle. So none of these pre-Red War cities really have much in the way of defenses.
I will tell people that.
So glad we came here.
I mean, it'd be easy to siege and take.
No. If only one of us could command an army from an entire country.
You are making a really big assumption there, Gorgath.
No, got her on lockdown.
You are making a really big assumption.
I'm gonna do phone home. I'd like to use a
Okay.
lifeline, please.
Well, cat again.
Oh, jeez.
It's your new DM.
Wait, I don't want to hang out. Calypso sucks.
What is that? We're all level 20 now?
What's that? We all get epic level boons?
Oh God. Never
Thanks,
mind.
Calypso.
And all we need to do is give you fresh fish.
And catnip.
An acceptable set. Cat, so much catnip.
As you approach the outskirts, Radovan makes a gesture. Alright, I've arranged for Snake to meet you at the fishery. He'll probably know where Sam Kennedy is, and he'll be able to help you with your supplies, Relorian. From here on out, you're on your own. Camellia and I will be on the outskirts, and we can support you the best we can with information.
Both squirts.
Shush!
You eat some bad fish too? Got the squirts?
Look, I speak 16 languages, and sometimes it creeps together, Radovan says defensively.
Make sure you understand what I'm about to tell you. Something bad happens to us again, you won't be talking your way out of it when I find you.
Understood. If something bad happens to you, Camellia and I will likely also lose our heads before you get the chance.
Maybe.
Good luck in there.
Thanks.
And DM needs to pee and get a new drink. So, one moment.
Hey.
I'll take this moment to refresh my own drink.
Oh, I wanted to kill Camille really bad.
Why?
Look, if you had, we wouldn't have been able to progress the story. And I mean, do you really want that?
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you know, like really though.
Yeah, pretty rarely.
Yeah, fair, whatever. Wait, no, I can't use my air fryer like that. By the way, guess who's got a new headset?
Sounds like you do.
It's me. I got the Corsair Void.
Wow.
Like I'm one of the big boys now.
Not really.
Oh, thanks, mate. Cool.
Gotta keep you in line. Can't let you get the big head just yet.
What do you mean just yet? I'm gonna fucking noob or some shit like that. Let's see. Set this for yeah, 18 minutes. That'll do. Oh. There we go. Now we're cooking with air.
Alright, I'm back.
We killed Camille and Radovan while you were gone.
Oh yeah, the major human NPCs are dead.
Yep.
Now the threads of
Can we
fate have been
restart?
severed.
Oh no.
You're welcome.
Time
It was a gory
paradox.
Time to go east. Let's go. Let's find that boat, Smiley.
Piracy. It calls to us.
See you, Ral. It was nice
So-
meeting you.
So you come up on Mordan. You could be forgiven for thinking that nobody really seems to know, or if they do know, care, that the city a few miles over had a terrorist attack last night. People are out bustling in the streets, taking care of their business, doing chores and groceries. You're not from this area, but if you were, you might notice an increased amount of chatter and gossiping going on. Something about non-humans attacking Vasily. But all the information you hear in passing is second-hand accounts. Some people say that a dragon attacked.
I heard it was the Kraken. Terrible creature.
Suffice it to say, the population seems complacent enough. So it's a gentrified city. There are multiple different districts. You enter in around the main market district, and here in the market district you see an even distribution of haves and have-nots, and humans and non-humans.
Are there like town guards?
Yeah. They, you're noticing actually an increased presence of town guard than there would be normally.
Maybe I should take my Talon necklace off and put it in my bag of holding. For now.
You stow away your Talon badge, although Camellia did pretty much just say the Talons weren't a thing anymore.
Smiley, do you still have your Talon badge on?
I might have sold that.
Yes!
Is that where you went when we got to Vasily?
No, that was day 3, I think.
Oh, day 3.
That's the best fucking thing I've heard.
How much did you get for it?
3 silver. I don't
Oh,
know.
we don't need that now. We own a fucking inn.
I can't. I love you, Smiley. Holy shit.
All right, well, I'm still gonna put it in my bag. I think me and Smiley would be the only two that still had them.
Yeah, you two are the only actual people who became Talons on session 1.
Go
I
talk
thought
to
you were
him.
going to end it there and just be like, you're the only actual people. Like, wow, thanks.
Well, you're not
Got the
really.
rest of us under.
You came from a different plane of existence. I don't know what you're classified as.
And Ral just kind of like got
He's
oopsed
He's
his
a lot
way.
of people.
Yeah,
He's a lot of people.
yeah, and he like oopsed his
Yeah.
way into the party.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome for coming over and talking
Wrong
to the
place,
stranger.
wrong time.
Big green man comes and says hi. Let's go. Where were we supposed to go? To the fish market?
Yes.
You were told Snake was waiting for you in the fish market.
I'm gonna smell. Do I smell fish?
Yeah, you kind of get a bearing on where the fish market might be.
Z, is that the fish market or is that you, Z?
Oh, that's the fish market. I'm all out of salmon.
Okay.
He surreptitiously eats another bit of salmon.
Uh-huh.
He has another whole salmon just behind his back this whole time.
We're just walking around in circles for the next hour. Think it's this way, guys.
I'm sure Z would have just eaten his fill of salmon, including bad salmon.
I'll just ask a guard where the fish market is.
The human guard kind of grunts and points down one of the roads.
You're gonna get far with that kind of workplace attitude as I walk off.
Yeah, well, maybe they ought to pay me more.
Well, here, take a gold piece for your trouble.
What? His face lights up.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks.
Well,
I'll ask him.
now he's gonna remember us.
It's fine. I might ask a favor of him someday.
Like a godfather-y thing?
Maybe I'm recruiting.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's your name again?
John Hughes.
Oh, okay, Mr. Hughes. Do you own a high school?
Wait a second. He looks at the five of you and scratches his chin. We're under the orders to be on the lookout for a really large orc by the name of William.
Oh, my name's Korgoth.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. If you see anybody like that, let me know.
Okay. I hear he's bigger than me.
Yeah,
Hmm.
one of those purebred types. Made him intentionally.
For what?
Fighting.
Oh,
That's what a lot of the nobles do.
yeah. That's what I hear.
Well, apparently he has something to do with the attack in Vasily last night. That's why all of us are pulling a double shift.
Really?
I don't know much. My commanding officer just said I'm pulling a double today. I asked for overtime. He said no. So now I'm out here.
Man, what a butthole!
What's
Yeah.
a day? What's a shift pay?
Oh. You really must know. I get 20 silver a day.
Flip him another goat as we walk away and be like, "Wait, you never saw us."
I have no idea who you are.
Not a bad.
Literally. Except
Just shut
you,
up.
Korgath.
Nope, he doesn't remember me at all. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Just keep eating.
See waves goodbye.
Eat your fish. Let's go.
Mr. Hughes has
Oh.
a really happy look on his face as you leave.
That I can buy that beer I've always wanted out of my measly pay.
So I'm guessing all of you stick together and go to the fishery district together?
So yeah, but while we're walking, I'm gonna be like, so they think William Kane did it. You think Radovan and Camille are lying to us, thinking he framed the Talons?
No.
Word may not have spread yet.
Yeah, probably differs from place to place. Either that or they didn't believe that the towns would do something like that.
That or Samuel has a better mind about him than we think.
Oh, we should ask John Hughes if he knew Samuel.
Oh. To be fair, there's probably a
We
lot of
haven't seen
Samuels.
enough, I suppose.
Well, I could have said the elf Samuel. He's an elf, isn't he?
You don't know that. You read it, but you don't know it.
Uh-oh.
I didn't read it.
That means
Somebody might
he's
have
not-
read it to me.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting on that book on tape to come out.
Eventually,
I
someone.
I thought about narrating that, but I didn't this time.
That book on Dragon Eggs to come out.
I'm a fairly slow reader, so I took screenshots of all of it.
If I could get the first page, if you could just put it in like media inspirations.
Yeah, I'm gonna paste
Later.
spin it after the session.
Okay,
I
cool.
targeted 250 words per minute, which is average adult reading speed. And
I read
was,
at Korgoth's reading speed.
I was hoping that would work out. I know probably some people got finished way early, and some people didn't get to read it all. So I'll be fine tuning that if I decide to do it again.
Oh, it's fine. If I could just get my handouts before class, teacher.
I liked doing it like this. That was kind of fun.
Like 5 minutes before game time. Anyway, are we at the fish market yet?
Yes. The smell of fish assaults you. And you see.
I salted back.
Roll damage. No. You see,
I'm gonna reach him.
Steal a fish as I wander by.
You casually pick up a sleight of hand, Naomi.
I just rolled it.
Oh, you did.
15.
Way ahead of you.
Not very good.
So a very angry-looking gnome.
I just
Kinda-
cast invisibility.
You disappear, and the angry gnome kind of like stops, and looks around befuddled. Looks at his hands. Looks up. Looks back down. Shrugs and goes back to sorting the fish.
What kind of fish was it? Like a bluegill or something? I mean, what'd you steal?
Forgath, you feel me like tugging up onto your shoulders.
You got yourself a bluegill. Bluegill's freshwater, right? Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
These are all freshwater fish.
Yeah.
You see something here that is a rather new sight. You see a Minotaur crew.
What?
Minotaur crew.
A what?
About Minotaur.
A Minotaur?
Minotaur.
Minotaur?
Minotaur.
Minotaurs?
What?
In cow people?
Cow
What do they
people.
look like? What? Furblongs?
Large fur-covered humanoids with cloven hooves and horns. There's about 5 of them. They kind of push their way through the crowd as they get back to their fishing vessel.
They have hooves for hands?
Oh, how awkward.
They have hooves for feet, Koryath.
I've never seen one of these before. I'm trying to look at them. Want to check them out. How big are they?
Pretty large. The largest of them is just about as big as you.
They have some big foals.
Yeah.
Or starts gutting the fish right next to Korgath's. Like,
Are you still invisible?
No, I'm visible now.
Oh. Don't get that on me!
I look him dead in the eye and I just
How
flare
are
off
you-
some scales and throw them on the ground with my little knife.
Jesus. Were you like sitting on literally on top of my head to be able to look around and look me dead in the eyes?
Oh, I'm sitting on your shoulder.
Like, I'm not looking back, I'm just saying it as I'm walking forward.
Maybe she glares at the back of your head.
Ugh.
Or the side of it. She could
Let me
probably
try
sit
putting
on
that
one
crisp.
shoulder.
Oh, God.
You don't know anything about the person you're looking for. Although there, is a, man dressed primarily in black, near one of the alleyways that is making very uncomfortable eye contact with you. Naomi.
Oh, I would have made myself look like a human, by the way.
Like
Yeah.
you've been riding on an orc's shoulders.
You're my manservant. Thought we established
Oh,
this.
hell to the no. Nobody puts Korgoth in a corner.
I guess I'm gonna. Do I notice him, or am I rolling to see if I notice?
You definitely notice this, guy completely just eye gouging you.
Well, I fuck him right back.
He does the little come here, motion.
obnoxiously chewing on my raw fish.
Little girl eating a raw fish on an orc's shoulders. We're conspicuous.
Well, the fish people, like the fisher people here, are like too wrapped up in doing all their fishing stuff to really care about that particular site. They've probably seen weirder.
I tap Korgath on the side of the head and I go, "That guy over there is staring at me," and I point directly at him.
Now I'm high fucking him.
Yeah, and he's making a more frantic gesture for you to come over.
Hey Z,
Yeah, mate.
go see what that guy wants over there.
Okay. See, wait, we're not on my Saniac, are
The
we?
newest one.
No, you hitched up your Sandyaks.
It's a
No,
training
no.
exercise.
No mounts inside the city walls.
And to be honest, you would be the newest because I knew him when I left the university, but I didn't meet you till Vasily, so he's new and you're newer.
Yeah, but to be fair, this one seems like he has very little life experience.
Well, that's why he needs some.
Alright, Z's gonna walk over and talk to this guy.
Hey, whoa! Don't cause a scene. Don't hit anybody. If you get in trouble, make a bird sound. Don't hit him.
Hey,
He kind of blinks. What? Why would I hit him?
Just don't.
He's a nobody. Alright. Z goes talk to him. Yeah,
Hey.
you.
hey, you're Radavans people, right?
Hey.
It's
Z looks back. Yeah.
it's me, Snake.
Oh. Z kind of throws up, looks back to him and like gestures like, "Come here." Like it's cool.
Should we go over
Do
there?
any of you come?
Should we? All right, let's go.
Z like turns his arm into a snake.
What?
Snake.
I just told you not to do anything stupid. As I get over there,
Didn't do anything.
not people.
Just turn his arm to a snake.
Don't.
Oh, it's normal. It's perfectly normal for a
This isn't
for a
the
young.
time to use that. For a young what?
Snake just shakes his head. Told me I was looking for someone with red skin and 4 others. Kind of oblivious.
Well, well, as he looks down, I am a rather lovely hue, ain't I?
Yeah.
I'm really more of a red-orange, if we're really being technical. Like, you know, kind of about half and half. More red-orange than anything.
Okay, that's enough. Radovan said you could help us.
Yeah. Said you were looking for Sam Kennedy?
That and
Ah, the preserving salts. All that formaldehyde?
and
Formaldehyde,
What?
preserving salts, and a facility if you can manage it.
Yeah, I got one of those. My buddy uses one for his work. Don't ask about it.
I'd prefer not to,
you-
and make sure it's cleaned.
Don't ask about it, Z.
It was really tempting. He's like, oh man, I really wanted to ask about that.
Just get him a drink.
Ah, he's a real professional. Trust me. Absolutely perfect in there. I think. I don't know anything about this stuff.
Do you like sniff the salts in the formaldehyde?
Me? Nah. Nah, a good salesman doesn't get into his own stock.
Oh God.
So other people do it.
I think this one's on a different kind of drug.
Look, we can't all
He just.
we can't all be like my brother. I know he went and became Duke of who has and what's it, but not me. I'm going with the old Corvington family line.
All right, lead the way. What do we want to go do? We want to go like we don't want to be carrying a dead body. We've been carrying a dead body around town. I'm sure it's been wrapped up,
I
but
would stop talking about it.
I don't give a. I'm not scared of these people. Let's
Well.
go to the place to do the preserving and stuff first.
For your little body problem, go 2 alleyways down, go to the 3rd door on the right, knock 4 times, and say it was just the wind.
Okay, and then where do we get the Kennedy from there?
Sam? Sam. Sam had a very rough night. He's currently drinking his problems away at Little Haven. It's down in the poor district, other side of the city. He'll probably be there all day.
Do we want to split up, or do we just all want to do the preserving thing and then go to Kennedy?
I will likely be there for a little while.
How long's a little while?
Depends on what I find.
I'll make sure we get the same definition, because my little while is like an hour or less.
Anywhere from an hour and a half to the whole day.
Yikes.
So...
It's not really a little while in that case, is it? Kind of a lot of while.
You've never been locked in a room by yourself for 4 days.
Well, kinda, yeah, sure.
Yeah, kinda, actually.
Rather than Zero, like, yeah, we kinda have.
And everybody lets their baggage out right in front of Snake.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there was this one time...
Yeah, just get all the backstory stuff outside now.
Are we supposed to give you anything?
Nah, I owe Radovan. Got me out for chickens.
What?
Fucking chickens.
Oh, you chickens?
You fucked chickens?
No!
What, chickens?
That's what you just said.
I took one from the wrong person.
Oh. Well,
That's
that's
that
not
important that
that's,
they got chickens.
that's not fucking. That's stealing. But anyway, thanks for your help.
Yeah, no
Thanks,
problem.
mate.
Stay away from them chickens.
Remember the name. Snake Corvington. Got anything you need?
What do you got? You got
Oh.
any healing kits? Healing packs?
Healing packs, things like that. Nah, you're best off going to a normal store. I got better.
What do you got that's better?
Let's see. Fantasy drug games.
No,
Have you got any spices? Because I'm kind of running low.
He's got drugs. We're about to get some drugs, guys.
Oh,
think
that's not
spice
the kind of
you
spices
this
I
one
need.
Isn't the kind of spice you want.
You don't know what I want. I've had a rough week.
I got some Eastern
Sorry.
stuff here. Fresh wizard.
Fresh wizard. What does it do?
Makes you
You a
see.
nerd.
It makes you open your third eye.
I don't have one of those.
Yeah, when you will after you take wizard.
Well, I don't want that shit then. That's weird as fuck.
I'm proud of
Gonna-
you, Corgat.
You got anything else? Like that make you really angry?
Vapor.
Get y'all jack. What's that do?
That's what they give all the pit fighters before they go in. If you ever been pit fighting, they were probably putting it in your food. You didn't even note it.
Huh.
It increases aggression. Makes
Uh-huh.
you stronger, though.
How much is that shit?
He lists off a negligible amount for a good dose.
I'll take a couple of doses of that.
Haha. Man of taste. Make you even stronger.
Mm.
Out of game, this isn't going to do anything for you stat-wise.
Okay.
Aw,
Literally just
Just
roids.
drugs.
You got roids.
That's fine. Got me some steroids. I mean, that's how you think I got how big I am.
It'll give you an EXP boost, but you'll take 1 level of exhaustion at the end of the day.
Well, I do that anyway.
Yeah, but fight everything then.
Everybody.
May I have a look at this vapor?
Sure. He pulls out some rough-hewn glass vials, and you see sort of milky white crystals within. Do a Arcana and advantage because this is related to alchemy.
Ooh.
This is very rough stuff, not very refined at all. You can immediately recognize that this is a steroid that promotes muscle growth, but has some rather nasty side effects such as increased aggression, shortened temper, Korgath.
Corgan.
Yeah.
No, it's one of the side effects.
Oh, I'm the side effect. You turn into me.
Ah, I see. Don't take that straight, Korgath.
As I'm popping the top off of it and about to. Oh, okay. I'll just hold on to that for later. Maybe not in big crowded
Trust.
cities.
No, this was a mistake.
No, more because it won't do anything for you.
Well, I mean, he just said I've had it in my food my entire life.
And because you've been off of it for so long, it's viable that you've built an immunity to it now.
Give me all your vapor.
All of it.
Yeah.
You absolutely must have a drug. Then at least let me cook it correctly.
You can refine it.
We've got to
I
cook.
believe so.
You're gonna make crack out of. You're gonna take the cocaine and make it into crack.
Look, big guy, I know I'm not in any position to give any moralistic speeches, but maybe you ought to try something a little less, right? So I've got some really good slush here. It's from out east.
I don't want your slush.
No, it's otherwise known as opium.
Nope. I'll take one of the vapor vials and just throw it in my mouth and chew it up, glass and all.
Keep doing this. Like, I don't think you realize what glass is doing to your insides.
You take 1 slashing damage from eating glass.
Ow.
The glass cuts the jaws and gets it into the bloodstream faster.
You
Not
take
even-
an extra D4 when you poop it out later.
Not even my
Drug it.
Not even my most hardcore customers do that. You're cut off, buddy.
Probably for the best.
I wouldn't cut off an orc that's just taken a shit ton of drugs, mate.
You gonna do what to me?
Even Snake face bombs. Look,
Yeah, that's what I thought. It is.
Admit it.
Your shit's not very good.
look, Radovan and I are square now. You got what you need. I'm out.
I think they used to give me harder shit than this. This is like nothing.
And indeed, after chewing all of it up, you feel nothing, really. You don't feel like anything has changed. Just feel like you always have.
Orgath has poison resist.
That's
Confirmed.
the secret. Oh, you've been angry all along.
That's
Pretty much.
That's my secret. I'm always angry. Let's go 2 alleys down and just knock on the doors and say it was the wind till we find the right one.
It's 3
Yeah.
doors to the right.
Okay. I'll hold up my L finger to make sure I know which way's right. Oh,
Does
this
he
side.
even know which way is the correct for L?
Hey, look, I've got 10 wisdom.
You guys.
Intelligence.
I'm not stupid. I'm good. I don't have a 6.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I've been rubbing my temples so hard that I've given myself a headache.
The DM does the same. You guys follow his instructions, and you find the 3rd door on the right.
How many times were we supposed to knock?
4.
4.
It's the wind!
And there's a pause, and then the door lurches open.
It's a Cat 5
And-
hurricane out here.
You see one of the oldest orcs that you have ever seen in your life.
I haven't seen many, so yeah, it wouldn't take much.
She has perfectly snow hair, wrinkled face, brown skin, and she opens the door and looks at you and just kind of stands to the side and doesn't say anything. She allows you access into the darkened room inside.
I'll throw the globe in there and tell it to light on.
Uh,
Light!
Drift globe goes in, lights the place up. As you go inside, the temperature drops noticeably to sort of a refrigerated temperature. And you are delighted, Ral, to see a perfectly pristine operating environment. There is a very professional-looking, a couple of professional-looking tables for holding cadavers, various clean and sterile instruments, all of the formaldehyde and preserving salts that you could possibly need. If you didn't know better, you would say that somebody professional uses this.
Raoul does a double take. Remembers he's not supposed to question it. And continues forward.
Got everything you need in here?
I do indeed. More than enough.
All right, let's get going. I don't know. Maybe I might have developed a twitch from that stuff.
You feel nothing.
That's probably just the pain in your jaw from cutting it.
Yeah, I mean, I had a hole punched in me yesterday. I don't think cutting my jaw's that bad.
I don't know. Have you ever stubbed your toe?
Hmm?
Either you've been sold a placebo, or you just have built up such a tolerance to it at this point that nothing's going to work.
I want to go talk to the old lady orc.
She regards you as you walk up.
Hello.
Mind you, there's still a fox on your shoulder. I'm still just chilling.
I don't care.
Okay, I just...
The old lady orc kind of looks at you, Korgath, and looks up at the lady fox. She acknowledges
lady
you.
Human, thank you.
Or lady human. She acknowledges both of you.
She doesn't say anything back when I say hello, though?
No.
Do you have a name?
She blinks a few times and holds up a finger, walks over very slowly, picks up a little board from a table and a straightened piece of talc and writes on it. And she shows it to you. And it's a very crude depiction of the word flower.
Your name's Flower?
She nods up and down. Then she opens her mouth, and you see that her tongue has been cut out.
Who did that?
She shakes her head.
Don't just ask random people what happened to their missing tongues, dude.
Well, I mean, maybe I want to go kill the guy that did it to her.
I think that's the drugs talking.
Nope.
No, that from everything I've seen, that sounds like a very legitimate Korgath thing to do. Korgath, he's a friend of the people. Korgath, he throws them off steeple.
She furrows her brow, more writing on the board. She shows it to you, and it now depicts the word Old Master, Kinpin.
Kinpin?
She nods. And
I
then
whispered to Korgath, that sounds made up.
And then she draws a little skull figure next to the name, and has a satisfied smile on her face as she does.
Oh.
Necromancer.
No, I think it means he's
no,
dead.
Yeah, even I can tell that, and I got it into 8, mate.
Is there anything you need?
She shakes her head no.
Not even a few coins?
She shrugs.
How much personal gold do I have? I know we've got the party gold, but...
You don't have any personal gold?
I mean, like RP gold.
RP gold, you got infinite.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I'll get her. I'll take her old hand and I'll give her like 10 gold.
She seems a bit overwhelmed and nods graciously. Gives you a big old hug.
And I'll give her like what, waist high?
Yeah.
Aww.
I'll give her a hug.
Aww.
I'll make a face.
You do
that
got it.
smells like
You
old
do have a
people.
soft side.
For my kind.
He considers turning to an orc and then decides that that would probably get him beaten up. I'm gonna appropriate your form. Oh,
Israel just quietly setting up and washing up.
You're gonna cut his
he's
head off.
No, I'm not going
I
to
think
cut his
he's-
head off.
Yeah, that's a bit disrespectful to the corpse. I mean, this corpse, and like other corpses, who cares? But this is an important bit of meat.
Not if he said that he's gonna donate his body to science.
Did he tell you that?
You're the one who said it out loud, idiot.
He didn't tell you he wanted his head cut off, though.
I mean,
He said
how else?
body. Body, not head only.
But then we could take it with us and you could study it on the go.
We're just gonna get it done here.
I'm going to learn as much as I can. If I can't divine enough, I will cut the head off.
Thanks, please.
I will get those for you first before you leave.
Why did... Does that give me temporary hit points too?
I don't know. Are you a magical creature?
I am. I'm gonna eat some of that candy. That I've seen her actually eat it now, so I don't think she's trying to kill me.
Are you gonna do just steal it? It's.
No, she gave me a
Magic.
bunch of candy in the cave.
I don't think that was candy. I think that was.
Shh.
Yeah, did you give me rocks? Did you give me rocks?
You've never seen me poop. Ever.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm not eating that
Fox
bullshit.
pellets?
I mean, I've seen you like unwrap stuff. No,
I'm just kidding. No, I was trying to
Nope.
give you candy the whole time.
nope.
Oh, you ate some. You don't know that you ate it, but you ate some, Mark.
Mm-mm.
Ah, that's
Shoved it
disgusting.
in your mouth and was like making you chew it.
Mm-mm.
Why? Oh wait, no, that's right. To assert dominance. Never mind.
Let me get
I'm
Naomi's.
sure it was.
Let me get my list out. William Kane,
Oh my god.
Gabrielle, Naomi. Okay, we're good. List is growing by the minute. Jocko.
By the Minotaur?
Shaggy. Z, if he tries to stop me, kill Jocko.
Put me down there. I said that out loud, Z.
No, I'm not saying that out
We're
loud.
all right here.
I'm not saying that out loud. I'm saying that in my mind.
Maybe
Smiley's
that's
the
Yeah,
only...
but
what
how-
you're saying is in your mind. You're on drugs. How do you know what's going on?
I'm always angry,
What's
that's
real?
how.
He's just straight up never stopped raging.
Yeah, like you witness Korgath like literally just eat like multiple doses of this stuff. You have noticed no change in Korgath's behavior.
That's the secret. He's always on drugs.
That checks out.
He's always on methamphetamine. He's always eating crystal meth.
I've got teeth, I'm not on meth. It's more like an Adderall-based substance. Helps me focus on my target.
We're horrible people. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, we kind of are. We're not great.
How's it going?
Ral will set aside 2 of Nag's fangs for Korgath.
I'll take them. I'll put Naomi down, and I'll go over and sit down in the corner.
I think someone might be typing, guys.
That's just me.
An angry worded email to Blizzard.
Yeah, just a quick thingy.
Why did you have to bring back Green Jesus? He will not save your expansion.
I got better things to send to Blizzard.
Gross.
Like nudies.
Like how to fix your fucking game.
Like nudies.
They're doing that. Classic's coming back.
Yeah.
Mm,
We're all going horde, though, so we can be shamans.
As
Yep.
a side note, I do like all the people reporting the actual game as bugs. That's pretty.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go sit down. I'm gonna take out my necklace that I took off that has the bear claw on it, and I'm gonna add a fang to each side of the bear claw.
I'm gonna ask
Cool.
old lady. Hey, I'm hungry.
She gives you a
Wait.
big old shrug.
We have Lulu. Make her fix you something. That's what she's here
Wait
for.
a minute. Hold on. Didn't you just eat like a fish?
Hold on, didn't you eat a fish?
That's what you sound like.
That's what I sound
Ral
like when I'm
calls
mimicking you,
from
idiot.
the table working with Nag. Z, did you ever sit in on a lab of this type?
I mean, I've sat in a lot of places in the university. Why?
Could you wash yourself and then come here for a moment? I need a hand.
Oh, yeah. Alright. And Z goes and washes himself with water, I guess.
You find
I guess he
a
just shapeshifts into the bucket and wiggles around in it and then pops out.
there was a perfectly good washing basin. After you finish, you find the perfectly fine washing basin nearby with a disinfectant available. But you did do the transforming thing before you noticed it.
Oh. Z does it again, but this time with disinfectant. It's really gross looking. It's like watching a liquid go into another liquid and then come out of it.
Ral is just mid-cut on Nag and is staring uncomfortably.
I think I'm disinfected now. I've got it in places that I didn't know that I had.
Does it burn?
Puffs up a bubble. Bubble of detergent. Gonna be doing that all day, aren't I? Bruh. He's got detergent in his lungs.
I got the black lung, Pa.
God.
I got the bubbly line.
Every time he breathes out, just a bubble performs.
It's the heroes of Terria.
Bubble
everybody.
beam.
How long is this gonna go? I'm my children.
Z goes to help Ral with whatever.
As Ral is continuing to cut, he starts to order Z around, telling him to grab this tool, and when Z doesn't know what he is, he points it out with his pinky as he's still cutting along, and having him
Z is
wipe
just-
his forehead.
Z doesn't even move, like he's just sprouting extra arms and stretching out to grab shit as he's called out to do so.
I use Mage Hand to hold Z's nose shut.
Another nose forms in the back of his head and shoots out bubbles. Z has a very disturbing and fluid biology.
Hate
Are we
everything
sure
about
you're
it.
not just a changeling?
Dad thought about that once, but I think this is apparently too much even for a changeling. I don't think a changeling can grow like extra noses, or arms, or tails, or horns. Oh shit! I could have extra horns. Why I only got two?
As Z
Sudden
suddenly
realization
sprouts
changes everything.
antlers.
Yeah, basically he like gives himself like big elk antlers. Oh my neck! Retracts them. Okay, yeah, not gonna do that again. Like the nubs are fine. These are good. I'm sure they're a good mark that I'm an adult of whatever I am. Hopefully.
Is there anything else interesting in here, or is it just this lab?
It's just the slab and the old mute lady. The mute lady hasn't said anything.
Shocking.
As shocking as that is.
Incredible.
Wonderful new development.
I'm gonna take out the red crystal and give it a few pokes, see what's going on with it.
You give it a few pokes. It kind of rolls a bit and then stops.
Shake it.
It
Cheek.
shakes. You don't feel anything move around inside.
Have you tried warming it up?
No.
Maybe
I
you've
hold
got
it up
the-
to the light and I try looking through it.
It is very opaque. Nothing comes through.
Get hit by prismatic spray.
Maybe slam it on the ground.
You don't slam objects of pure power.
Why
Jesus.
not? You don't know. I mean, nothing else has worked. Maybe that would work.
She was present when they were telling that story.
Yeah.
What story?
Z, hand me the scissors.
You got
I
it.
thought thought you didn't like each other.
Here we go. Yeah.
What if we slam them together?
How about I give them both to you and you slam them together?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Gotta give
Hey,
it
wait,
back
hold on. Be
afterwards.
careful with those.
Let me have it. I'll do
Gotta
it.
give it back afterwards.
Okay.
Pinky swear.
Just let me have them. I'll slam them.
Alright, I hand it over.
I'll just stick them both in my pocket.
What? Okay, we're done. I'm lighting the building on fire.
I pull it out, and then I act like I slam them together, but I slam my knuckles together. See, nothing happens. Here,
I'm
Slam it
extremely
on.
disappointed.
slam it on the ground and see if anything happens.
Oh,
Did you just slam a crystal?
No, I slammed them in my hands where just my knuckles hit
yes,
together,
yes,
not the
yes,
crystals.
he did. No, he did. That is definitely a thing that happened.
I mean, they're goose eggs. My hands would fit around to where if I hit my hands together, I could just make my knuckles hit, not the actual crystals.
Yeah. Okay. So not much shock went to the crystals.
No.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Sounds like you should have.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it sounds like. Now I'm curious. It's like, don't push this button.
I mean,
I don't really have any hair, so
I was
I'm
gonna
not
say,
that
Korgath
worried about it.
doesn't have any hair, so what's the worst that can happen?
I don't know, but that's a lot of dice rolling.
What if you don't know? What if your junk falls off?
Oh god, here, take your crystal back. I don't want it. I just want the one that's
I'm
the same
pretty
color
sure
as.
he's like rolling on wild magic.
Yeah, I just want the one that's the same color as me. Leave it here, take yours back.
I haven't rolled anything yet. I'm just getting my dice handy. Don't worry about it.
Idle
No, you-
hands and stupid party members makes for fun.
No, you gotta roll that shit in
Odd.
game so we can see it.
Well, you didn't do anything yet.
I know. Still say we should have shoved one in Radovan's forehead and saw what happened.
So the autopsy of Nag, the preserving of Nag, continues on. Is there anything in specific that you check out, Rel?
I would like to open up the area where the crystal had been stored and attempt to look back as far as I can in that.
Okay. So you sort of peel back that slit in Nag's forehead. Like I said, as it's closed, it's completely invisible and not noticeable. You kind of have to open it up. So you get a chance to actually dig in closer and get a deeper idea of what's going on. You see a muscle that you have never seen before. A muscle that really has no business existing. It seems to exist right in the center part of Nag's forehead, and it feeds in between his skull and his brain. And rather than the front part of that forehead being bone, it's actually cartilage. You see where, when the crystal was inside, it actually pushed the cartilage out of the way and allowed the pointy end of the crystal to get deeper in. Judging by the dimensions of your exploration, the tip of the crystal reached precisely the pineal gland of Nag's brain. You can't quite tell without completely opening up his head, but it seems like Nag had a very humanistic brain. So, if that theory carries over, it would indeed be the pineal gland that the crystal was in contact with. You utilize some magnifying glasses and take a closer look inside the landing spot for the crystal, and you can kind of see what would be the biological equivalent of like a, how do I describe this? Connection point? Almost
USB.
like USB. I wanted to say
Port.
USB. We'll just call it a port. It's almost like there was a port built in to Nag's brain, specifically designed to interact with whatever this crystal was. But with his death, it seems like any and all function to that area has completely ceased.
This is beyond fascinating.
What'd you find out, Mr. Rao?
Many, many things.
Good
And
things, I hope. Things that lead to you knowing stuff, I guess.
There's one last thing. You would know that the leading theory right now is that magic, as it's being cast, is controlled by the pineal gland. It secretes a hormone that allows one to actually interact with the arcane force and fight reality. That's the theory, anyway.
in short terms, I've learned exactly what is going on in our friend. Well, not exactly what is going on in our friend's head, but what our friend's head is changed to accommodate this crystal. And the fact that it does indeed connect, or almost directly contact the brain at the pineal gland, where
Oh, wait.
magic is processed by the body.
So his head was basically like one of those baby toys where you slot the shapes through?
Not precisely. No.
Well, that's...
Raoul
I mean,
leans over
Z's
a
like...
little bit and
Oh.
focuses the magnifying glass and points at a point where Z would be able to see the muscle if he chose to look over.
Yeah, Z will look.
Yeah, you see a rather strange structure in Nag's head, Z. Like I said, cartilage instead of bone.
Huh.
That seems to shift out of the way as Ral moves his tools around and allows access directly into the brain.
Huh. It's kind of weird, but neat, I guess. Kind of squints a bit more. Huh. So wait, was he born like this, or was he made like this? Or is he like me and he can just
Not the
shift his
slightest
body
idea.
around? Oh.
From what I can gather of the rest of his form, I do not believe he could change his shape.
And more people need to get in on this. It's like the best thing ever.
That depends on who you ask.
He did turn into a small snake once or twice.
But he
Interesting.
did.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to turn to a small snake.
No.
Z- He turned to a small snake.
Is he in danger of falling onto the table or Nag's corpse as he does so?
No.
I mean, he'll do it. He'll do it not on the table. He'll do it next to you.
Okay.
Z
He never
turns into
slept.
I'll see.
Never slept.
Never.
That's weird. Why wouldn't you
Sure.
ever want to sleep? That's where dreams are.
He never got tired. He just stay up and read all
This-
night.
After he got the crystal in his head.
Nope. the entire time I knew him.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's kind of cool. Oh man, if you never had to sleep, think about how much you'd get done.
He did a
I
lot of
could
reading.
fight. I could fight all day and all night and never ever get tired. Like some sort of bio droid. An
Well, no.
android, if you will.
He'd get tired, he just never was sleepy. There's a difference.
Oh. Well, that's less cool.
Ral will
I mean,
finish with the preserving process.
Nag's body is now perfectly preserved and embalmed, and will not be decaying. Well,
Woo!
as fast.
I will go ahead and bag him back up and toss him on my back.
oh, I thought you had to keep them in like a tube.
No, the
I don't know how
formaldehyde is
embalming
held
works.
in by the skin, for the most part.
Oh.
Alright, let's go find this Samuel Kennedy.
Yeah.
All right. You guys head out of the laboratory, and the mute orc silently closes the door behind you.
Thanks, Flower.
She nods.
On the way out, Ral kind of aggravatedly scratches his head.
Hmm?
You alright?
Oh, it's just a odd feeling. It's not every day you look into someone else's head. Literally.
Done it a few times.
But was it a natural orifice formed after someone had a crystal jammed in their face?
No, it's usually after I cut their head and just like split their head open.
Exactly.
I mean, it's still like brains and stuff in there.
I guess for one as simple as yourself, it's not as unnerving.
Did he just insult me?
No.
No, I said that you don't have the worries of someone who knows as much as I do about what these people do. with
Did
our
he just
kind.
did he just do it again?
I think he was
I don't think
complimenting
so.
himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because you compliment yourself
No,
doesn't mean
I
you put
was
others down.
complimenting him on his lack of knowledge.
There he goes again. It's like 3 times now in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, okay, now that's sounding a little bit like you're trying to insult him. Like first time it was a bit, bit up in the air. Second time also kind of up in the air. Third time it came straight down and hit us on the head.
Calm
It
down,
hurt.
killer. Calm down. He gave me what I wanted.
Trust me. There are things in this world that you don't want to know about. I say that with all of the kindness in my heart.
Mm.
And I just don't know a lot to begin with, so I really can't weigh in on that.
My point exactly. Especially for someone like yourself.
See, there he goes again. We're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah, yeah. These backhanded insults really hurt.
Are
And
we
I
there
got
yet?
cut, and I got
Uh,
I got slishy slashed.
As you converse amongst yourselves, you walk through the city of Mordan. You start headed towards Little Haven, the tavern that Snake told you about. Pass through the market district again, and then you kind of pass into a more rundown part of Mordan, and you notice the non-human population kind of shoot up in proportion to the human population.
See,
Though
this is
there-
what I'm saying.
Though there are humans here that look, dirty, but they're making things work.
They holding the Fae back. Humans are the problem.
It's not all non-humans. There are humans here.
Yeah, but the majority. What's the majority?
I mean 50-50, really.
Uh,
The other areas were more like 30-70.
70 humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Equal rights. Higher minimum wage. Need a $15 minimum wage. 15 gold minimum wage.
Laugh about it all you want. And you come upon this sort of ramshackle little looking tavern with the sign Little Haven on it.
Let's go have a drink.
I could go for a drink.
This kind of place you'd hang out in, Mr. Smiley?
I wouldn't say no.
Did you ever tell us what your first name was?
He did.
I did. It's come up.
It was in Cecil's Manor, but I actually forgot it, which is bad.
It was Forrest.
Forrest, alright. Let's go, Forrest. I'll buy you a drink.
Ah, sounds nice.
One of my oldest friends left alive.
That's true. He's not wrong.
That's sad.
Okay. So you walk into this place, and you are immediately greeted by the smell of, well, lots of tobacco and lots of beer. Curiously, it is very sparsely populated at the moment. At the bar, there is a human who is sleeping on the bar. Behind the bar is an orc with a large black beard and an apron, dutifully cleaning out the bar's glasses.
I didn't even know orcs could grow beards.
Oh yeah, you've seen orcs with facial hair. You've been, well, you could grow one. You just seem to have been shaving. There's the sleeping guy at the bar. There's the orc behind the bar. There are a couple of giggling elf ladies, and there is a elven man sitting with those ladies, who is currently very sloshed, it looks like. Just then,
He is sloshed.
a pigeon flies over your guys' head and drops a letter in front of this elven man, who then picks it up and dramatically holds it in the air for the ladies and taps it on his head. This is the Kincaids, and we are very sorry, but we can no longer support the integration movement after the events in Vasily. And he drunkenly opens it up and holds it up to them, and they laugh. No, it was the sorry family. It was the sorry family this time. He laughs, turns to the orc behind the bar. Mr. Barton, I was right again. Another shot, and make it double for the ladies.
This
Hello.
is him.
This is really fucking sad.
Does this guy have any sort of,
Ral
like,
pulls
visible
out his pipe
pouches
and
or
lights
anything
it.
like that?
What was that, Naomi?
Does he have like any visible monetary goods or
You look at him
flashy
and
items like that?
he's incredibly well off. His clothes are tailored and of fine cloth. He is wearing jewelry. He looks like he's doing well for himself.
What about the ladies?
The ladies are... You can tell they're not slaves. They look to be yeoman fae. And they're just kind of average, I guess.
And we're still just level 9?
Yeah?
I mean, no,
Like-
I was just checking. I got some cool stuff at level 10. I was just making sure.
No, you're level 9.
Okay.
You never know. Maybe after this session, we don't know that.
RP
It's
level.
been yeah, man. Gotta get those roleplay levels up.
I will find a spot on top of one of the tables, take a seat, and produce my shamisen and start to play.
It's
This-
just the bartender, the sleeping human, the 2 elf girls, and our homie.
Yes. His
So it's been less of a homie, more of a drunkie. Am I right? Am I right, ladies and gentlemen?
No.
Hey.
his wooden skin is sort of a very attractive light chestnut brown, and his palm fronds of hair are a mix of green and yellow. Well, hello. I thought I was the only one allowed to day drink today. Welcome to Little Haven.
Thanks.
Nice place.
Yes, that's what I've tried to make. You know, usually on a Wednesday like this, there'd be all sorts of people in here. But, you know, everybody's scared of getting set on fire or something like that. I don't know. And I'm just here watching a decade of work go up in literal flames. Oh, look, there's another pigeon. And a pigeon flies in and drops a letter to him, which he doesn't even read. He just tosses it into the fire. That was the Kincaids dropping their support. Barton, another drink. Yeah. How can I
He
help
doesn't even
you?
bring them over here. Oh.
This poor guy.
Well, perhaps we are here to offer help.
Oh, your support is noted. Do you even have any inkling of what's just happened to everything I've been building for the past 10 years?
Well,
It's gonna-
considering a few of us have witnessed what happened, and a little bit more,
That statement seems to sober him up dramatically, and he kind of calms down a bit. You were in Vasily.
Ral looks to Korgath. I believe we could use a quiet room, if you have one.
Yes.
I'm a. Oh,
Mr. Barton, we're going upstairs. All 5 of them need drinks, and it's on the house. The orc kind of nods and bows. Starts pouring you guys drinks. He looks at all of you, and you notice that his drunken demeanor kind of fades a bit. Come on up.
Wasn't drunk at all.
Oh, I'm very drunk.
He
Let's
read
go.
my mind!
just gonna hold up 2 fingers to the bartender for me.
He nods in acknowledgement and pours you a double.
No, I want 2 separates, but I'll take this double and 1 more.
He nods again.
That's my
Wine,
boy.
if you have it, please.
You're my
Hey,
boy, Blue.
Z looks at me and does 3.
No.
Mr. Barton looks at Ral's ears and quietly says, "Blood or grape?"
Does that mean anything to Ral?
You know that blood wine is a favorite amongst the more pure-blooded elves, since they're obviously
Right.
carnivores. Grape wine would be more for human tastes.
Blood.
You got any of that durian wine? I think he would really like it.
No durian wine this far south. The gnomes have stopped trading with us.
That stuff, that's
Aw.
good stuff. You should try it whenever y'all get a chance. Durian wine's where it's at.
I know, I've made some. good shit.
No, it's
Plus-
not. It's garbage.
There are rules against it inside of cities. They say you could smell it for an entire block.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to make it after the first time.
That explains the smell that day.
I love it. Yes.
Canon. I feel that should be canon.
It is canon. Z made some durian wine and the entire college had to be evacuated.
I think someone went blind from it, actually.
Let's go.
You,
This drunken ass is ever gonna help us.
you
We came
fol-
all the way here to talk to a drunk ass.
You follow Samuel up the stairs into one of the empty rooms of the inn, and he sits down and leans back. His excited, drunken demeanor has sort of been replaced with one of seriousness, and you can tell that this is somebody who knows how to talk to people. Well, you were in Vasily last night when the attack happened.
I mean, I just don't poke holes in
Definitely.
myself for nothing.
This one had an altercation with William himself.
I have a name.
William.
William.
Korgoth.
Yeah.
Foe.
Neo.
Like William R. Foe.
Thanks, Forrest.
You, okay.
Can I look after Mr. Smiley told us his name again? Can I look? Does he have a lazy eye?
Do you?
Does he?
I'm just
That's-
asking. I mean,
that's-
your name, like
It's
Forrest Whitaker. Do you have a lazy eye?
Oh my god.
Sure. Why not?
Oh my
Are
god.
you actually a tomato?
To be fair,
Huh?
I did draw Smiley like eyes kind of going wide.
Smiley just always looked tired to me.
Yeah, he's just sort of resigned to being here.
I don't blame him. So Samuel lights up a long wooden pipe. So, he actually went and did it. I knew in my heart that it was him, but it's good to have confirmation. Well, let me tell you a little bit about William Kane. After William choked out his master, he didn't really have much of anywhere to go. At the time, I was still in my slave position with my master, but I had started educating humans and non-humans alike as to the value of a more egalitarian society like the rest of the world. He seemed to take to my lessons at first, but it wasn't long before he started wondering why we weren't taking a more active approach. I always preached the values of patience and communication. You see, when a status quo like this has been burned into society and there are a bunch of people that benefit from said status quo, they're not willing to throw it away and lower their position. It takes time, it takes convincing, and it takes winning the population over. William always disagreed, said that we should take more direct action. I always said, you can't win that way. You can't win with fear. You can't win with terror or violence. You have to win with your heart, and you have to win them over.
Who was his master?
Him? Oh.
William, yeah.
It was some low-level master named Scampy. Always played around
What the
with
fuck is called Scampy?
always played around with the specific breeding of fighting Fae. Very, very underground and distasteful stuff. William was a result of that. All the most perfect traits combined into one. He is smart, but fierce. He is measured, but deliberate. And most of all, he is very, very big. From what I know, he was made to combat a certain world ender that I've heard was dominating the pits at the time. His gaze rests on you for a while, Korgath. Which I imagine was you.
No, my master was named Chippy.
Not Cecil Florentine.
No, I've never heard of him.
Fair enough. He looks like he does not believe you.
Yeah, my fucking master's name was Cecil, and they didn't let me kill him when I had the chance.
Cecil Florentine still being alive is why Bevol is not at war with Sintra right now. It's a good
Well,
thing.
he was dead. He was dead.
Well, it's a good thing he's still kicking, otherwise, things would be much more chaotic than they are now. Still, ever since Florentine's deposition, which I take it you are the group of non-humans responsible for that, there has been sort of a power vacuum in Bevol. A lot of nobles wanting a new prime minister to rally under, some of them wanting to retaliate against Sintra, others thinking that Cecil had it coming. I had been doing my best to play the situation to my advantage and create a more egalitarian structure. But that all just went up in flames.
Quite literally.
Yes. You see, all it takes is one thing, and you lose the trust of all the people that benefit from this status quo.
Is there anything that could be done?
Well, unless you had the favor of I don't know, somebody as powerful as a Florentine, I don't suppose you have any of those in your pocket.
Bed?
Hold on, let me check. As he checks his pocket. There's nothing here. Wait, there's a dust bunny.
Vanessa.
I said bed.
Bed?
Yeah. It's not a pocket per se.
Oh. Oh. Samuel kind of turns his gaze towards Smiley and has a confused look on his face. Don't tell me.
I won't then.
Well, do tell me.
It was on that island. I went dancing and made a friend.
The
Vanessa?
Vanessa Florentine.
Yar. She's nice.
Forgot about her.
Samuel kind of sits up straight, and the moment you finish talking, the door opens up and admits a brown-haired human with a goatee who looks like he has giant bags under his eyes. You realize quickly that this was the human that was sleeping on the bar. He walks over and settles down next to Samuel, who then wraps an arm around him. Scott, welcome to the conversation. Scott only gives a rather large yawn. Judging by Scott's clothes, you can tell that he is very much a influential noble. This is my former master, Scott Kennedy, Samuel says. Scott kind of gives a wave. Hello.
Hello.
G'day. Or does he think? Is it evening or is it still day?
It's still day.
Okay,
It's
then
like,
good day is appropriate.
Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock and he's day drinking.
We are too.
Yeah. Oh,
He drinks his triple.
I'm sorry. I just did not get any sleep last night, Scott says, giving another yawn. The Kincaids are, rather loud when they're unhappy, he says. Well, it looks like we're not going to be getting their support in the coming times. Neither are any of the others. Some of them are staying, but it's the same kind of lukewarm support as always. Something about having their whole little precious city burned gave them cold feet. And who could blame them? Scott says. Samuel kind of shrugs and shakes his head and drinks his drink. Humans are shit.
Yeah.
Not you, honey. You're fine.
Mm.
Samuel kind of looks down at his drink and then looks back at you guys. So, you know about William, and you say that you know Vanessa Florentine.
Intimately.
Mm.
Oh, tender.
Well,
They swiped right.
ever since Cecil got taken in, Vanessa's gone underground. She hasn't been sending any falcons, nor receiving any falcons. Most people don't know where she is.
She's got falcons.
Yes. You think the nobility is going to go with stupid little pigeons? No.
All these other bitches I've been working with, I'm going to work for Florentine. Everybody else got
You
pigeons.
realize
Pigeons are
you
so
used to
good.
be owned by a Florentine.
Yeah, but she's a lot nicer than Cecil. Especially after what he did to her dad.
To be fair, he was trying to save her dad.
To be fair, he did a piss poor job of it.
I mean, yeah.
It was not a pretty sight. Naomi
No.
was also owned by Cecil for a bit.
I was a guest, not owned. Thank
Yeah, you
very
were
much.
owned.
Yeah, I mean, you remember, Cecil always treated his special collection very well, which you were...
Yeah, not all of us.
You weren't the special collection.
I was the moneymaker.
Yeah. So, 5 capable-looking non-humans walk into my little hidey hole, say they know the person responsible for burning down all of my progress. I'm guessing you want to help.
Let's know more met him in an untimely manner.
Agreed. Well,
Yeah, we were kind of at ground zero for all this bullshit. It wasn't a good time.
well, it sounds like you want to help. And I have the unfortunate pleasure of knowing William, and I know that this is just his first step. He's going to be doing other things.
We're gonna kill him. Or I'm gonna kill him. He's
Oh.
dead.
Oh, please do.
Well, let's go kill him.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know what he's doing next, do we? And if we want to clear your Talon's name, which it seems William seems to want to pin everything on you guys.
We're not Talons.
Regardless, he seems to want to play at the tension between Bavol and Sintra to his advantage, cause chaos and confusion. It's terrorism 101 on 101. You keep those in power guessing, not knowing what's going on, and while you do everything you need to do. Nobody accused William of being stupid. Just violent. We need the pool of the nobles in the area. If we can get Vanessa on board, a lot of the ones who have dropped support should come back. The Florentine name still commands the most respect of anybody in Bavol. Like it or not, this classist society, Vanessa is the trump card that we need. I can try and find out where she is. But in the meantime, we need to know what William's planning.
Sounds like a mystery.
Well, he has a lot of followers, and I can hardly blame them. I can only do so much. Scott here, he motions to the human. Scott had a habit of buying Fae and listing their freedom cost as 1 silver. He freed a lot of Fae. But not all nobles are like that. I would imagine that William probably has plans set for here, somewhere. He's planning to do something.
It makes
Fast-
sense. This is the closest town to Vasily, is it not?
It is. Not only that, it's the sister city to Vasily. Mordan and Vasily are, even though they're not the official capitals of Bavol, they're the crowning achievements of it. And with so many nobles displaced after the fires over there, there's likely to be a huge influx of displaced humans for him to terrorize. It would only make sense for him to make it a target here. However, I happen to know a lot of Fae in the area. He probably has some kind of eyes and ears here, some kind of base, forward operations. We need to find it. They'll know what he's planning on doing next.
Does this place have a sewer system?
No, there are no culverts here, as there were in Vasily. It's a very
Ah,
old
shit,
city.
there goes my idea.
But I do think you could probably do well for yourselves asking around this very district. If you seem like you are on their side, which all of you are non-human, they'll take it at face value. If you can convince the right kind of people that you're part of the resistance, you might be able to find your way to this base. You might be able to find some kind of plan.
Or walk face first into a trap.
William, for all his faults, is a man of focus. Whatever he did, I don't think he held any ill will towards you. He simply saw you as some kind of stepping stone toward his greater plan. I doubt he has it out for you. His eyes are elsewhere. Still, you're right. It would be best to stay careful. In the meantime, I'll scout around, ask friends. I'll see if I can find out where Vanessa is. If what you say is true, and we can count on a Florentine support, we might just be able to pull the nobles with our cause, snuff out William's little violent uprising, and be all the better for it.
Arr.
I have one last question.
That being?
Did you happen to see a half-elf while you were in Vasily? Golden eyes, white hair?
I shot him with the fireball.
What?
What? Oh
What?
yeah, you're right.
The one that looked like he was working directly underneath William.
You guys
He
did
certainly
see him.
led us to a place where we got our asses kicked.
Yeah, he led us straight to William. He ran into the bar we were at, said, "You're not supposed to be here," and then ran out, and then there was a lot of fire, and then everything after that got kind of hazy as we followed him.
Samuel's face kind of goes completely crestfallen. Alright. Well, thank you for telling me. Okay. Scott, wake up. He kind of baps the human on the head who has fallen asleep on the table again. We got work to do. We need to find Vanessa. Florentine? Yes, that one. Let's go. They're gonna go find out what William's up to. Look, we're not giving up just yet.
Hopefully.
Scott nods and stands, and both of them kind of start leaving the room together. Samuel looks back. Thank you. I was just about to sit here and become as inebriated as possible. It's good to see people who are still fighting.
It's all that some of us know. Literally in the case of two of us.
And with that, Samuel and Scott leave.
What do you think you wanted to know about that elf?
Probably like a younger sibling or a relative or a...
Child?
I don't know. Yeah.
Someone who
Could have been a
works
little
for him,
brother.
maybe.
Or worked.
Well, he's a half-elf, and Samuel was an elf.
Oh shit, you right.
So, day
Guess we'll
drinking?
find out.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
back to the bar.
Yeah, day drinking. Woo!
We need a day.
I
I need a day where I'm not getting
Fair.
punched in the face, kicked off a platform, or impaled. Or
Or
passed
all of
out.
them. Let's have a sip.
Alright, you guys kick back and enjoy yourselves a bit. Samuel and Scott are both furiously writing letters and sending pigeons and sometimes falcons in and out of the Little Haven bar.
I hear ravens are really good for this stuff. I don't know why they can't use ravens.
They're too smart. You can't train a raven. You need something stupid.
It's true. They're
Did
really
he-
hard to train.
Did he just insult me again?
Oh, I don't think so. No, I think that was just a fact.
I don't even think he tried to insult you in the first place,
Sounded like it.
let alone again.
You see Samuel kind of pause in the middle of writing a letter, and you see little drops of tears forming in his eyes, which he wipes free.
I'm not very good at that stuff. Somebody else go talk to him.
No.
Yes.
Morale has a charisma of 8. Nah.
Are you on my shoulder at the moment?
Me? No.
Yeah, you.
I hopped off and I'm playing music.
However, while I'm drinking, can I spend 5 minutes just kind of studying
Yes.
Samuel?
Yeah, so you have all of your effects on Samuel.
What? What? Are you okay?
That's uh
He's learning how to interact with Samuel.
What?
Just learning.
He's got the
Hacking it.
thing.
well,
Sam, are you alright?
Do you walk up, Korgath?
Yeah, fuck it.
He pauses.
Got a really good charisma.
His handwriting is very neat, and you see that he paused on the word Gabriel.
Who is that?
Oh. I didn't know you could read, he says quietly. Well,
Okay, that sounds like an insult.
I'm sorry. I did not mean that as an insult. It's just very rare to come across somebody bred for fighting that was trained to read, but Florentine always did value well-rounded fighters. Regardless, Gabriel was... He was my son. Not in the blood sense, but Gabriel had an elven mother and a noble father. And having a child out of wedlock with a fae was a black stain on his father. So his father just kind of left. I was very close with his mother, and came to sort of be a father figure for him. But about 7 months ago, Gabriel left. He's only 17, so he's still dealing with being in between being a child and an adult. He was saying a lot of things that worried me, wondering why we were wasting our time with letters and words when it seemed like nobody was paying attention. Wanted to take a more active approach. I had feared that the enticing words of William would take him, and it seems like my fears were correctly placed, if he was there in Vasily.
I'm not saying anything, but I'm kind of looking over my shoulder like I had immediately regretted this decision to come over and talk to him.
he holds up a beer and like cheers at him.
Go ahead.
Growl sips his wine and walks over.
Pretty sure he's working for Will I Am now.
Yeah, it seems that way.
The bod?
No, apparently he's a big green orc who likes to punch.
Oh no, that William. I thought you said Will I Am.
I did. That's what I'm calling him.
Well,
But one's a bard and the other one's an orc.
You wanna
I guess you could have a
argue
bard
about
orc.
it?
I'm too sloshed.
well, if it comes to it, and you see Gabriel again, tell him I miss him, and that he's always welcome back.
I mean, he seemed to know who I was.
I imagine anybody working under William would be briefed on who you were, Korgath, the World Ender. After
Wait, is your
all,
last name seriously
don't
World Ender?
Exactly. Leave much to be hidden, Mr.
I
Porter.
mean, you break a few backs, you split a few skulls, you get a nickname. I was really good at what I did.
It's your cool last name though.
It's not my real last name. I don't know what my real last name is.
Oh. Well, why not make it that then? Like, officially.
I think I've outgrown it.
Aw.
I've only got one world left that needs ending right now.
Is it Williams?
regardless,
Yay.
if you see Gabriel out there, tell him I miss him. He's just a boy. He's not a threat to you.
Well, we will get your message across as best we can.
We'll judge that when the time comes.
If he was truly raised by this man, I believe his teachings will shine through eventually.
Samuel starts.
And if not, sadly, it might be too late.
Samuel rubs his temple as he continues to write, and notices that you all are in full view of his letter and kind of clears his throat. Weren't you going to go find out that Fey vase for me?
That what? So what?
Weren't you going to go find out where they were hiding for me?
Nope, not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Sadly, I can't make any of these ones move, and they want a day to rest, as last night was rather hellish for most of us.
It was pretty bad. We got slishy slashed. Also, he got kicked off like a big platform and landed on a thing. On a big long thing.
Yes.
It's very interesting underneath Vasily, I will say that.
Oh, yes. Ancient culverts. Old civilization, they say. Of course,
And Modrons.
anytime anybody got close, it was those Modrons, as you say. Very fascinating.
Very painful.
Yeah, they hurt a little bit.
He takes
Not as bad as we hurt them.
He takes a look at some of the healed up but still visible wounds from the Modron fights, and kind of makes a gesture. Huh. Maybe you guys really are badass enough to pull this off.
Oh yeah, we are.
Maybe. Or die trying.
Lucky.
You could say we have tougher skin than most.
I have very tough skin.
I'll leave him alone and go back to the bar.
All right. We are coming up on 11:30. I think that this is where we shall call it for the night.
Okay. Now we can have a beer.
Day drinking.
Day drinking, sorrows away.
So,
Tyler said this was only going to last for 3 days.
it was
Nope.
I mean, that was my concept, but if you guys want to chill for the day, then that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
And then William kicks
I
down
think
the door,
Corgath has
and
deserved
he
it.
says, "You're not supposed to be here."
I mean,
Oh well.
I cannot guarantee that the bad guys are going to wait around.
Oh shit. That's DM speak for. I want to give you this day, but I'm working on a timeline.
I mean, William has a plan.
I do too.
But I will absolutely, if you guys want to spend the rest of the day chilling out in Little Haven and day drinking, we shall
We
do
gotta
that.
get going.
Yeah, we should actually do shit.
Y'all have fun.
We're just doing minor day drinking
Bye.
right now. It's
All right.
I haven't even had lunch yet. It's lunchtime.
It is.
well, let's have lunch.
It is
We can
about.
have lunch at the bar.
It is about 12:30 right now.
Does he just make food for peeps?
Yeah.
Or does the bar sell it?
I mean, the bar has all kinds of food.
Getting a
We'll
couple,
get some food at the bar.
3 or 4
Get a
meat
couple-
pies.
Couple of chickens, you know. Get a party platter going.
I mean, it's bar food. It's like greasy as shit.
You got like that's what
Hell
I
yeah.
need. I've got like a hangover, 3-day hangover working. I need Taco Bell in my life.
He just ingests a whole chicken and just
Five
removes
Guys.
the carcass from.
That is
They only
not
have,
normal.
They only. It's like a magic trick, like you know, like a sword swallowing. He just dips the roast chicken in him, pulls it out, and just bones and cartilage, perfectly
Not
clean.
normal.
Question, Z.
Yeah, mate.
Your biology seems to be very fluid-like, as fluid as something flesh can be. How well does it take to being, well, observed like I did to Nag?
Thanks.
You want to cut him
I
open?
mean,
I don't want to
pretty-
cut him open necessarily.
I mean, you could. There's nothing stopping you. And Z kind of turns one of his fingers into a scalpel and opens up his arm, which is, Actually, I don't know what that would look like, considering he's not shapeshifting when he does it. DM speculation, I guess.
You can't
These-
be like, if you get cut, like blood is gonna come out, which is like counterproductive to living. So
Yeah.
no.
You could.
You do still have blood despite your form.
Oh yeah, no. Then it's all glowy and orange. Like someone just dropped a whole bunch of what's it called?
Just tore open a couple glow
Lava?
sticks.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like orange glow sticks.
Ew.
Oh, fascinating.
At
I
some
mean,
point,
you're
you're
free-
gonna have to talk a little bit about yourself, friend.
That will come with time.
Man, I let you cut my best friend open.
And I preserved his body, and when we are ready, we will bury him, or set him to a pyre, if you'd like.
I think you could at least tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I mean, Mr. Rowell, if you want to poke around my body, feel free, but I doubt you'll find out any more than the university did. And with that, Z kind of clenches his arm and the wound just closes up.
I'm just very interested in biology. It's a side effect of what was done to myself.
To be fair, I don't even know this is like proper biology. It might be anti-biology. Was it my-
Everything has
was
a
it my,
structure
my-
for a reason.
Oh, if you can figure anything out, I would actually really appreciate it. I'm a 2-decade-long mystery waiting to be cracked. So, you think you got the chops to break it? By all means, mate. I'm an open book.
Well, I had the chops to break my own biology one day, so... Ral orders himself a bit of a harder liquor.
Next story.
And no, not tonight.
Got
It's late and I'm tired.
a little peek at it. We got a little peek at sad, dark backstory.
And there
That's
is
all that matters. Dun dun dun.
there is still lots to find out.
But next
the
time,
only
tune in next time when our adventurers.
And like I said, the weekly pace serves Reverberations well. We'll go
Yeah.
back. We'll go back to the bi-weekly pace in Chapter 2, especially
Makes sense.
especially considering Tom and his schedule. But for now, I am going to schedule the next game for the 29th.
Hell yeah!
Yay!
Nice.
I should be here.
And I apologize for arriving late. We started our game 45 minutes early, and then our DM was like, "You guys want to go a bit longer?" I was like, "I could do another 30 minutes." And then it was fucking an hour.
That's fine. You only missed story time, but I put it in Media Inspirations. Is the story that
Yay!
I forced them to sit there and read for 5 minutes. It's actually
Hooray!
the biggest ask I have had of my players so far in all of my campaigns was to have them sit and read for 5 minutes straight. And thank you guys for doing that.
I need you to die for me. And then everyone's just like, "Yeah," and then it's like, "I need you to read for like 5 minutes," and we just go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like it.
So thank you guys for that. That won't be a common thing, but maybe again soon.
Okay.
Until then, I am going to hop off. Thank you guys for playing with me, as always, and I will
Yes,
see you.
sir.
I will see you next week for
See
session
you later.
5.